You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Friday, January 16th, and here is what's up with the weather. It is cold. We're still going through some cold weather. About another 5 days of this stuff to get through, and today's a chance of snow as well. There may be a light mix out there early this morning, but it's a little bit too dry in the lower part of the atmosphere for that precipitation to actually make it all the way to the ground. In any event, it's about 35 degrees outside this morning. It's not bad at all. It's kind of been warming up a little bit since the overnight. It feels like about 25, though, out the door. Lunchtime, it's about 40. Feels like about freezing. And then as we get into the afternoon and the evening, temperatures do begin to fall pretty sharply as another cold front moves through. As that happens, we'll start to get some snow showers, some bands of snow moving through. If you were to look at this on the radar, on your radar app, they're bands. They're like worms, essentially, of snow moving through. Now, we still have the same atmospheric problem as we have with the stuff that's coming through this morning, and that is it's relatively dry. But if it can snow heavy enough, which is possible, and overcome the dry air, the stuff could make it to the ground. And 5 o'clock and afterward this evening, if it's snowing heavily enough, that's when temperatures will start to be near and below freezing. So 5 o'clock through tonight, snow may turn some roads slick. And also, it may be snowing so heavily that it briefly reduces visibility as these snow showers move through. Accumulation-wise, a dusting to less than a half of an inch of anything. And I mean, if it's snowing and, it's later on this evening at, 10 o'clock, it could stick to like all surfaces. But initially, even if it starts to snow this afternoon, it would probably just be on like any sort of elevated surfaces. Again, it's going to be above freezing today. So it would have to be some sort of like your deck or whatever if the snow was able to get through the dry air. But this is not looking like a big impactful system. Kansas City, the state of Kansas City sent us a press release and said, we're pre-treating the roads already. That was yesterday. So they're on it. They're on it for the system. As we go into tonight, temperatures just fall. Keep on falling and falling and falling until around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And that's when it's about 10 to 15 degrees outside with wind chills near and below zero. Saturday, it's going to be like 15 to 20 for the actual temperature. And the wind chill is like 5 for the warmest part of the day. Pretty cold. Partly cloudy. Really cold. And then Sunday morning feels like about -5. But we do try to get back up to near 40 for the afternoon as the winds become more southerly, at least for the first half of the day. And another cold front comes through on Sunday. That pushes temperatures way down again. By Monday morning, it's again 10 to 15 degrees outside. And it feels like it's about zero. And it's only 20 to 25 then for the high temperature on Monday, with the wind chill during the warmest part of the day, between 10 and 15 degrees. So through Monday, it's still pretty cold. It's the mornings especially. Like the cold mornings, on Sunday, even though it's 40, the cold morning makes up for it, and it's a pretty dang cold overall stretch here through Monday. Then we get to Tuesday, things begin to warm back up into the middle 40s. Tuesday morning, it's like 20, and then it's close to 45 for both Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. And then Thursday, another cold front comes through. That probably causes another decent drop in temperatures, maybe only 40, if not like 35 for the high on Thursday. 30s and 20s for highs for next weekend. And now, this is another opportunity to maybe get some snow, especially Thursday through like the following Tuesday. And that would be January 22nd through like January 27th. So that's a time frame which we'll have to keep an eye on for a system, maybe a couple of systems that try to give us some wintry weather. That is an opportunity to at least get like some legitimate snowfall that would maybe disrupt things a little bit more than what is possibly coming through later on today. Okay, recapping the forecast. Snow showers possible later on this evening that could make things a little slick. Highs near 40. Tonight, it feels like about 0 to -5 into Saturday morning. Saturday, real cold and windy, and there still might be some light snow, by the way, on Saturday. It just doesn't look quite as widespread. But also Saturday, it might snow a little bit too. Anyway, about -5 on Sunday morning, close to 40 on Sunday afternoon. About 0 on Monday morning, near 20 to 25 on Monday, close to 45 for Tuesday and Wednesday, about 40 for Thursday with a cold front coming through, and much colder for next weekend, and watching for a storm system or two to try and pass through. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media, if you haven't already, at West Weather. Have a good one.